institutions and actors, government actors, that have really discriminated overtly against women and minorities in the past. Right now, we're talking about colleges and universities that say, look, regardless of whether or not we ever discriminated in the past, we're interested in making sure that we amass diverse student bodies because it's really critical to our educational missions that we are able to educate students in diverse environments.
Now, if the plaintiffs in this case prevail and the Supreme Court does ban the use of race in consideration with college admissions, how would that both affect the college environment, especially given what you just said, and then potentially the workforce?
Yeah, so, I mean, we have a little bit of a foreshadow of what might be to come because, of course, there are a handful of states, and this was mentioned yesterday also in the argument, that have already banned under state law consideration of race in college admissions, places like California, Florida, Michigan, Washington State. And so those places have been doing this for a while, California the longest, and what we do know is that there are significant hits to racial and ethnic diversity, particularly Black and Hispanic students are much less well represented in those states where they're not able to directly consider race. And so if we're forced to try to pursue student body diversity in race-neutral ways, we are likely to see a hit. I mean, social scientists have modeled these race-neutral alternatives and found that none actually replaces race-conscious admissions insofar as reaching the kind of thresholds of minority enrollment that they have now.
All right, we've got about a minute left, but again, if the Supreme Court were to decide to ban the use of race in college admissions, would this really benefit Asian students? They are the alleged plaintiffs or the people who are being represented.
Quite frankly, I think that the evidence in the Harvard case was very clear that affirmative action is not what's harming Asian Americans in admissions at Harvard. It's legacy admissions, it's athletic preferences, right? It's what we call white privilege, right? And the preferences that attend to white privilege that harm Asian Americans in admissions. So no, at Harvard, if the plaintiffs win, we would not expect that there would be significant increases in Asian American enrollment. In fact, what we would likely find is that there be significant increases in white enrollment.
All right. Well, we thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us. That is Stacey Hawkins. She's Vice Dean and Professor of Law at Rutgers Law School. This portion of our News Watch sponsored by the Shane Company, and it is Money Watch time now with Jason Bruff. Apple is having some problems in China, and Jason's got the details.
Melissa, Apple shares are under pressure. I report that the latest COVID lockdown at its iPhone manufacturer in China could cause serious production disruptions. Reuters reports that iPhone 14 production at Foxconn's factory in Zhengzhou could plunge by 30% in November due to the latest COVID restrictions that went into effect in the city, having already compelled Foxconn to order workers to eat their meals in their dormitory rooms, which has also resulted in reports of some workers fleeing the massive campus, some scaling fences. Reuters says Foxconn will try to make up for the production problems in Zhengzhou by increasing iPhone output at its factory in Shenzhen, which isn't seeing the same COVID restrictions. Apple shares are falling by about 2.5%, and that's never a good thing for the overall market. The Dow dropping 209 points, NASDAQ down by 70, S&P lower by 23. Fed kicked off a two-day meeting today. It's expected to raise rates by 75 basis points for the fourth straight time. On the Money Watch, Jason Brooks, KCBS.
Guys, I'll never forget the first time I saw somebody get results in our clinic. He was an 81-year-old man who hadn't been intimate with his wife in over 8 years. Viagra had stopped working for him, and he was desperate for help. After several treatments, he walked into my office and told me he couldn't believe the results. Needless to say, this was a very happy man. This man made me a believer in what we do. He had taken pills for years, but he had never fixed the problem. When he came to us, we fixed the problem. Our treatment does what no pill can do. And right now, we're offering a free treatment just for coming in. That's right. You can try this treatment at no cost. If you suffer from ED or Peyronie's disease, give West Coast Men's Health a call today.
With clinics in San Mateo and Sacramento, call 650-407-1168. That's 650-407-1168. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com. HSA cards welcome and financing available.
We've all said this phrase before. It's not that bad, trying to psych ourselves up for a situation we know deep down is just not that great. Maybe it was a movie, a haircut, or even a traffic jam that was just unfortunate. It's not that bad. Well, if there's one area of life where not that bad won't do, it's how we stay connected at home. Because honestly, you shouldn't have to settle for using your mobile device as your home internet source. It really is that bad. Now, Now, here's the good news. With Xfinity, you don't have to just use your mobile phone. You can get Xfinity Home Internet for just $24.99 a month for 2 years with no annual contract and a free streaming box. So get ready for an all-the-way connected internet experience that's truly great. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit your local Xfinity store today. Restrictions apply. New Xfinity customers only. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Taxes and fees extra. Offer ends 12/21/22.
I'm Omar House. Lawyers don't have a law business. They have law practice. Because it takes a lot of practice to be a good lawyer. Believe me, we have a lot of practice. Some people assume Habis Law is a small law firm because my father and I do all the apps. But we're not a small law firm at all. We have a lot of lawyers in a lot of offices all over California. And I personally chose each lawyer because they are the right kind of lawyer. They care deeply about you and they can win your case in court. They don't need any more practicing. They've been practicing a long time. Habis Law has successfully resolved thousands of personal injury cases in California and collected hundreds of millions of dollars for our clients. We do the right thing in the right way at the right time. Are you suffering because something wrong happened to you? Let us do the right thing for you. Our only compensation is a percentage of what we win for you. We are Habis Law. Call us at 1-800-INJURE, HABBAS law.com.
KCBS News Time, 8:28. Let's head back over to your local Honda dealer's traffic center. That is where we find Kim Wonderly, who's helping you get to work today. Starting to see the slow traffic, too, coming out of Marin County, and I'm a little concerned here. We're just getting word of a possible vehicle fire. This is southbound 101 near Freitas Parkway, Terra Linda side, and it looks like this is all on the right shoulder right now, but if the fire department rolls up, you can bet that that right lane will go away. Southbound 101 traffic has gotten a bit heavy anyway from Roland Boulevard as you come out of Novato, most of the way down toward the Marinwood turnoff, and then we see sluggish traffic down to where this car fire is at Freitas Parkway, so we'll see how that one pans out. In the meantime, Chilton Auto Body Collision Cam looks at Interstate 80, slow in pockets, and it's from Hercules this morning, Highway 4, most of the way down through Berkeley and into Emeryville. There's little stretches where you do okay, but mostly this is slow and go traffic entering the MacArthur Maze and split with 580. Your next update, 8:38 on the traffic leader, KCBS. We haven't gotten a lot of rain yet, just some mist, drizzle, light rain, but heavier showers are on the way. Raindrops already starting in the North Bay. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on KCBS.
Guitar, here we go.
Kristen's travel agency has one goal.
Talk to you soon.
The world's biggest soccer tourney.
The hotel is 7 miles from the stadium. Are you serious? Did you email the transportation company?
Now he needs an Arabic interpreter on his roster.
I don't speak it either.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Pizza party, anyone? Invite your friends and slice up the savings at Whole Foods Market. Frozen pizza is 35% off through November 1st, while supplies last. Prime members save an extra 10%. Shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
News that matters to you. Around the Bay, around the world, around the clock. All news, 106.9 and AM 740, KCBS.
It's Tuesday, November 1st, 2022. Coming up on KCBS.
I'm Alice Wirtz. A revealing survey of Republicans and political violence.
And how police staffing shortages are playing into the mayor's race in San Jose. Good morning, I'm Melissa Colross. It is 8:31.
CBS News Brief. Chief Justice John Roberts temporarily delays any turnover of Trump tax records to a House panel.
This may be exactly what Trump wants, to delay the release of any tax returns until at least after the election.
Legal analyst Lori Levinson. People close to the victims of the Parkland school massacre are having their say in court today in the sentencing hearing for the gunman who faces life in prison.
You lack courage to seek whatever help you needed. You lack the strength to ignore your misguided anger and channel it into something positive.
Court appearance set for today for the man accused of attacking House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband. CBS's Jonathan Bigliotti says police allege he had plans that included possibly harming her.
Federal officials really describing a very disturbing plan, saying the suspect arrived here at this home early Friday morning with a bag of items to take Nancy Pelosi hostage.
CBS News Brief. I'm Steve K.